You look ready. They don't.
I'm ready to do math. What's the math?
So, first I'm double checking on what I had assigned to you already in Desmos. Gentlemen, we are not sword. Well, okay, sorry. People, we are not sword fighting. Grab a seat. I don't like telling you that you need to sit down, but you need to sit down. Who can remind us what we learned yesterday and how we're going to apply that as we move forward, especially in situations like...
Quadratics are 0. And that there are 2 answers to a quadratic.
Quadratics are parabolas that have been set equal to 0. Okay. So, like, these are quadratic equations.
And we know that there are 2 answers.
What do you mean answers?
Like, 2 x values.
What do you mean? There's a lot of x values, more than 2. That work.
When it's equal to 0.
Always?
Depends on the number of polynomials.
I don't know.
What do you mean? Say more.
Depends on how far you can factor it.
Okay, so we haven't done polygraph yet.
Wait, polygraph tests?
That sounds
Wait,
hard.
actually, don't make me take a polygraph.
That sounds hard.
I like mine.
You like lying.
Okay, we've got a couple Desmos things we can do.
I like to be.
All right, so let's make sure we understood yesterday, and let's solve these 4 quadratics. Since you guys said that each quadratic has 2 solutions, let's do this together. So go ahead and on your graph paper, x squared plus 6x plus 8. I'm going to copy it down
Plus
too.
4, the quantity of x plus 4 times the quantity of x plus 2.
Flexing again. Actually, I just wanted to say this
I
is
just
my
wanted to be Jake
jams.
one more time. That's what I wanted.
I was writing it down like.
Well, I said it before you.
Well, I was doing what you told me to do.
How novel.
-4 and -0.
Yeah.
So then those solution points are when x equals -4 and when x equals -2.
This one's a bit more iffier.
X squared plus 6x.
Oh, well, no, not me. Sorry, I was looking at C.
So wait, what can factor out of x squared and 6x?
I wonder what could factor out
I was about to say, you can't be facetious and then not give me the answer.
X.
But wait. We had this little rule of like opposite of the constant divided by the coefficient, but what about when it's not a binomial? Does that still have 2 solutions or just 1? I'm still getting used to the weight of this pen. Who, what?
I think x has to equal 0.
Well, so we know x is -6 from that. But then, oh, because if this is set equal to 0, then to make this part of it, we could put it in parentheses and actually say it's x plus 0, x minus 0, right? If you want, yeah, x would be 0. So that actually tells you that one of your zeros is when x equals 0. So when we're able to factor out just an x,
Oh, okay.
if you make this 0, the whole thing becomes 0, so that's one of our solutions.
Right.
Guys, the whole point about these negative or the opposite values working is if you plugged in -6 for x, it makes this equal to 0, and anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So it wouldn't matter that this would be -6 at that point, because it doesn't matter.
Oh, I know another thing that doesn't matter. No. In the next problem.
Oh, middle school. In the next problem?
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't think
3
the 3 matters.
times x minus 5,
Because it has nothing to do with
2x plus
I
3.
can't wait for something to say.
So what did we say that 3 does do?
It multiplies to one of them, but I don't think it matters.
Well, it multiplies to the whole thing, really, because when it multiplies to one of them, that one of them multiplies to the other one of them.
But I don't think it matters because it also multiplies to the coefficient. And so, like, you can just
Okay.
divide again.
Can we just what? Not what?
Not use the 3, not do
Let's
that.
not use the 3.
Well, that's what we're trying to discuss. Can we just not care about the 3?
Yes.
I think we
Because if
can.
one of the polynomials equals 0,
You can divide both sides by 3.
Well, could, but Jake's point, I think, is a bit
Yeah, so
cleaner
then-
of saying if one of the polynomials is made to equal 0, the multiplication of 3 doesn't matter.
Oh,
Right. So x can equal.
Right? Because 3 times 0 is still going to be 0.
And that's
So
why.
still, our x's here are what?
+5 and the
And then what? Opposite of the constant divided by the coefficient.
Okay, so
Do D on your own.
that's why when we were doing the Desmos thing and Jake was like, multiply it by 3 and then we'll get 3 higher, it didn't change the base parts. Because that part doesn't matter for that part.
Stretches, right? But those things stay locked there while we stretch. Do D.
It's a torture device for parabolas.
Unless you want to be made taller.
Wait, it equals 3?
That's odd.
So, is it quadratic right now?
But we can make
Can
it
we fix it?
You can add 3 on both sides. What? Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
But you're kind of adding 3 to the 9. So, I can see how you do that. Oh, I got it.
No, it's x squared plus 4x minus 6.
No, it's not.
You're adding 3 and then it's a negative 9.
We're doing what on both sides?
Negative
You said you were
9.
subtracting 3.
You
and then you
corrected
just
me.
put that-
Silly.
I contradicted myself.
Silly. I think the fact that Connor said it's really like you're adding 3 to 9, then in your head like mixed around with the other ideas and said like, oh yeah, negative 6. Or it's okay, you just got the inverse operation wrong. That happens. Here's my reminder. As you are doing more complicated math, you'll make more easy mistakes. Because your brain is thinking about the complicated part, and it's not putting so much effort into the easy part, and then you make what we often call to ourselves a stupid mistake, right? I like to say silly instead of stupid. But like, who can't subtract by 3, right? Like, we can all do that, but we can still mess it up too.
Like, have you let me?
My mom calls it careless mistakes.
Yeah, but I can put a lot of effort into something and still make a mistake. So I don't really like careless either, because it's like, well, I was trying really hard. So what's this factor to?
Sometimes
I got
try
x
too hard.
plus 6 and then x minus 2.
Hey, I got
Okay,
oh, I got
so-
negative 6 and 2.
So
Then
why?
negative 6 and 2 are solutions, or are zeros.
Yeah.
So make sure that we remember these are our zeros, right? That's what we're calling these things.
X-intercepts.
Yeah, our x-intercepts are our zeros, because what we care about is the y, right? We care about the output value. Okay.
Wait.
They're zeros because it's when y equals 0.
Oh, yeah, y
Yeah.
equals 0.
Yeah.
Yes. I was like,
The function that we care about, the f of x, g of x, h of x, whatever we call it, it is giving us the y values.
yeah, we want to know the f of x. We don't really care what the x is.
Yeah.
Normally that's given, and we're not doing
Yeah.
it first.
Exactly. So they'll say like after 20 years, when you experience, like, yeah, they'll give us an x to work
Is
with.
that clock right?
Apparently not. Well, no, yeah, it's 11:45.
Oh, okay then.
You know, it's
What?
3.
Oh, yeah, it's right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get it. I see.
It's
You can't
3/4
read
of
it.
the way around. Well, because the hand is in the way right now, but that says pi minus 0.14. Yeah, no, that's right. The hour hand is probably a little bit too scooch.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
right.
actually, technically, 3 minus 0.14 isn't.
I know, it's still off slightly. Alright, so I want you guys, because I think you can probably get there pretty quickly, figure out how can we use this table to determine the equation of the parabola. I will tell you there's one thing I'm worried that you might jump over and forget about. So chat with each other. Obviously we don't need the entire table.
We just need the 0 parts, right?
Well, talk with each other.
I think we just need the 0 parts.
You guys do a really good job at figuring out what the other person is missing, like when you all are thinking about things. So Akshaya says we need the zeros. Okay, so I'll highlight those for her. Okay. So-
There's another 0.
No, there isn't.
Zero.
Y-intercept.
Yeah, the y-intercept.
Oh, that's the y-intercept. That's not a 0.
We don't need to know that, though.
Shut up.
Well, I don't know. They said it, so I'm highlighting it. Okay. Connor thinks we don't need that.
Why do you
It's
think
unimportant.
So
Wait,
this
actually, no, it might be important.
this would tell us what?
Oh yeah, it is important. The y-intercept. The y-intercept is the constant, right?
what's it? Where it meets the x-axis.
Oh, that's.
Well, x plus 3.
It's x
Oh
plus
yeah, x.
And then
Okay,
x
that's
minus
okay.
because you got to flip it.
Okay, yeah.
And then that would equal -6, so we don't need the y.
Okay, yeah.
Well, we need to look at it to make sure it's right, but we
Yeah.
don't need it to like.
And then, because I think when you're making a parabola, you need
Foil. The O and the I are the only things that are really tricky from it.
outside, inside.
Negative 2x plus 3x, we just get 1x.
Wait, what does the F and L mean?
First
Oh, yeah,
and last.
we need to
Yeah,
actually
but that's
simplify
easier
it.
because x times x and then last is just a
Yeah.
constant, right? So the constant you guys already got to very quickly saying that's a -6, which it
Y-intercept.
verifies with this table. Y-intercept.
Woohoo!
Try that on B.
You can do the same thing. Okay.
Can
We
you?
need to be.
Oh no, there's more zeros. That was mean. No, wait, no, there's no more zeros. Okay,
So
wait.
what if it's multiplied by something? Like if it's a 2x?
I don't know.
Then the
We
y
haven't seen that
intercept
situation
would be
yet.
The y-intercept would be different?
Yeah,
That's
you
odd.
have to do.
I don't know. We got to figure this out.
That makes sense. Okay, that's what I was missing on the homework.
What?
I started doing the homework.
I haven't even done that.
Oh.
Like,
For any of chapter 5, don't
no,
say
I
that.
have done some.
I
It's
have
just
some.
I can only do it on days I have AO because I don't have extensions, and I forget
Hey,
to
how
do it at
long is
home,
that
so I
thing?
need to do it over the
Just
weekend.
don't forget, silly.
Don't forget. It's
Just remember to not forget. It's that easy.
Set
Yeah.
a reminder for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got the equation.
Good, because we should move on. They're not doing anything though, so I'm a little concerned about moving on.
Oh yeah. The
What's the
y-intercept.
equation, Jake?
Well, the y-intercept is -5.
Okay.
I'm so smart.
No, -5. Oh, that's interesting. There's an x-intercept that's also -5.
Yeah, x-intercept. And 1.
And then that multiplied together is -5.
And then we get. Yeah,
Okay,
but
so that one checks
yeah,
out
when
too.
they multiply together, that means we don't have to do extra work.
X plus 5, x minus 1. Wowie, kazowie.
Okay.
But what's the equation?
Okay. Fine, do this one.
Oh no!
I don't.
Oh.
No.
Okay, well, actually, it's not that hard.
It looks kind of hard.
I'm not
Wait,
saying it's easy.
This looks
I'm just
like
saying
part
it's not that
A
hard.
of the problem we just did, except the y values are double. Okay. So that means it's times 2.
Yeah.
The whole thing times 2.
Yeah, but don't try to jump there without doing the work, 'cause that's how
Okay,
you
yeah.
make mistakes.
That's fair.
Says my exes sometimes look like the Jesus fish.
The what?
The Jesus fish.
What's the Jesus?
You guys, that's not like a cultural reference anymore.
No.
There was like a long time. I can't even draw it. Where like
That's how I draw
there
my
was
fish.
it looks like an infinity symbol, kind of, but they like make the end of it flat so it looks like a fish.
That's how my mom taught me to make a fish.
Yeah, that's how you make a fish.
Yeah,
It was like a bumper sticker and
Where's the
stuff for a
Jesus
long time.
part come from?
There was like the tail of it would be like a cross, or there'd be a cross inside of it. I don't know. Back when I was a kid, we could always reference the Jesus fish. Apparently, that's gone now. I'm old. It's okay.
I know that that's how people draw fish.
X squared plus x minus 6. But that ain't right.
It's 2x. 2.
It's to everything.
It's to everything.
So you
Oh.
put 2 on the top.
Or we could just wait. Do we have to distribute?
Yes. So it's 2x squared plus x.
Well, plus 2x.
Ah, good catch.
Minus
Do that on
6.
purpose.
Yeah, he does a lot of mistakes on purpose to
It's
make sure we
minus
get it.
6.
And if we get it, we
It's
get
definitely
it.
right as said.
If you didn't catch me on the 2x, I was going to write minus 6 and see if somebody finally caught me then. But you'd already asked the question, do we have to distribute? That's the trap door people fall into, is they think, oh, just throw the 2 on the x squared. Doesn't work that way. You got to multiply the entire function by 2.
Multiplication.
Silly what? You can't wait.
Silly what? People that exist?
It's silly.
All right, does that make sense?
Yes.
Good, let's make it harder.
No!
Oh no! Oh
I
no!
don't like
Why do we have to
Wait, actually-
revisit stuff? We always have to revisit the bunnies,
back
the
in
beans, the peanuts,
back
the frogs.
The trail mix!
the tightrope guy.
No!
I was about to say, his name is Cecil. Let's have some respect. He dies every year. He comes back to life.
Wait, what?
He fall in one of the problems. He falls, and the kids were like, "Cecil died!" And then the next day we had another problem with him, and they're like, "Wait a minute." I said, "Cecil's a zombie. He's a zombie." All right, can we do more math?
Okay.
So if we revisit the water balloon contest, the problem is we don't have everything that you just talked about.
Yes, we do.
I don't think we do.
I think we do.
Okay.
I don't know.
Please do tell. Do
Because
tell.
we have the top, or not the top, but
We
like
have that person.
the part. Well, we kind of do. We do if we assume that
Ooh.
7.
A six.
Oh no, we don't have to assume because it's right in the middle of 6 and 8. So yeah, we know 7's the middle, which means that the other
Wait,
side.
why? Okay, hold on. I heard you say 7's between 6 and 8, which yes, that's true.
Wow,
No,
we got it.
But- How
I mean,
how is it the center of our parabola?
because we have 6
Because
is
it goes
24
up,
and 8
And
is
then it's
24.
going down.
In the middle of both of them.
Yeah.
So we know 7 has to be
And then
It's in the middle of
likewise,
6 and 8.
this is 7's the middle because it's between 6 and 8. So-
Whoa, that's insane.
So, like we've been discussing, since gravity has an impact here, things that are going down are speeding up while they're going down, and things that are going up are slowing down, and then they're speeding up. So this is us slowing down to a point where technically we don't move for like a second. Not even a second, like millisecond, right? Like nanosecond. It stops going up, has not started coming down yet. There's a moment where there's like this weightlessness. Like if you go over like a hump in a car or something, you're like, oh, my stomach just got like, yeah, a roller coaster is like, it's because something was trying to continue going up as the rest of you went down. Yes, because we've all been on a zero gravity flight. Have you actually gotten to go on one of those? Okay, I was about to say that'd be sweet. Have you seen the OK Go video with the zero gravity flight? Okay, if we have time, we're gonna watch OK Go.
Okay, I think it's 12 for the other one. I'm not really sure.
So this tells us the maximum of the parabola. What else would it tell us?
The other side. Well, the other side.
Explain.
Because the x-intercepts have to be like equidistant.
It
What
has
do we
to be
call that in math?
Symmetrical.
Haha, symmetrical.
Symmetricality.
Okay, maybe.
Yes.
Not
Symmetricality is-
sure. I like technicalities, so I mean symmetricality, maybe. So what we're saying is if this,
Is 5 away.
Is
The
5
other
away.
side has to be 5 away. So it's 12.
can you imagine if you didn't understand what you guys understand and somebody stumbled upon this video and they're like, how the heck are they making the connections they're making?
We're just
But
that smart.
Y'all
guys.
are rock stars. So keep going.
We're just
So-
smart.
12-0.
So 12-0 is what we actually know.
Yeah.
And we could actually fill in the rest of the table
Yeah,
because
but
it's symmetric.
Well,
But we don't need to.
we can't
This table's
fill in the
You're
negative
sitting at
part.
the table.
I'm at that.
Actually, once we derive the formula.
Oh yeah, once we derive the formula.
Tables are obsolete.
So this tells us
X plus 2. No, wait, that's not it.
X minus 2.
ooh,
And then
together. It's like they've been waiting for a moment for actually making this.
And then X minus 12, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
Okay.
I didn't make a mistake that time.
you're not silly.
Okay. Oh wow, look, I got a compliment. I'm not
Is
silly.
not silly a compliment?
I don't know.
But wait, guys,
It doesn't even.
we're still missing something that we've had on the other problems.
Y-intercept.
Yeah, so how are we supposed to know we're right?
You just have to multiply the last number. Don't we just have to multiply?
But that would be the y-intercept, Akshay, and nobody gave us the y-intercept.
No, not giving us
No.
things. I like being given things.
Who doesn't?
So,
Except when it's homework. It's not like that. But
difference of 5,
or text.
difference of 7,
All the time.
difference of 9. So the next one's a difference of 11.
So just do regular.
Okay.
What do you
Which
mean,
means
regular person?
That the y-intercept has to
You're
be
trying too hard.
negative 11.
Why does it-
Oh, dang it.
Silly, Connor.
Negative 11.
I got it.
Wait, I got 24.
I got 24 for the equation, but what I'm saying is that just doesn't make sense. Because,
Yeah, can we graph it? On
Yeah.
Desmos, please?
Get out of your computer if you want.
I have a computer.
don't you-
Desmos.
Just
You do it. I don't want to get my
Yeah, Jake, grab it on Desmos.
Or I forget what language is, like the S can kind of become silent, but we could just say it's like demo. Demo. Yeah, sorry. As soon as I said the accent, I was like, oh yeah, what you're thinking about is French.
No, it's actually Swedish.
I still love the Swedish chef. He's my favorite.
I feel like that's kind of racist.
Probably, but it's the Muppets, so since they're all puppets, it's okay. Do you not know what I'm talking about? The Swedish chef on the Muppets,
I
when
know
he
what
talks,
you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's-
why did it set this 24?
but that can't be
Are
right.
the rest of the tables correct?
So wait, did you type in this?
Yeah, x minus 12, x minus 2, x minus
But that
Yeah.
that's what we did.
Jake, is the
Right.
1 a 9? Is the 3 a 9? Wait, what? Oh, no.
it's negative.
Wait,
What do you mean? Oh, it's negative.
Never mind.
it has to
What do
be.
you know? Just
I think he said
stick on it.
Wait, it has to be negative 23. I was wrong. It should be negative 23.
So wait, when you look at that,
That's
if
so
people look at Jake's computer, does that look like a water balloon being launched and flying through the air? Heck no.
Do we have to negative it?
Yeah, we have to negative it.
If you make everything the opposite of what, so Jake, do me a favor.
Yeah,
Jake,
just
do me a
put
favor.
negative outside.
Jake, do me a favor. Put parentheses around the entire trinomial. Put the negative outside.
That's what I just did.
But now, check one of your other
It's
points.
gonna be
It's
negative.
negative 24 is the y-intercept.
But hey,
You have to
check
negative
one of your other points. So like when x is 3,
It's going
is
to
y 9? Because if not, we're still wrong.
No, you just have to hover over that dot there.
Hey,
39.
Yes.
here's a super easy trick for Desmos, and I want you all to see it. Click here to make it an equation. Type in x equals 3.
Yeah, I was doing that earlier.
Now it locks a point for you and makes it super easy to see.
Yeah, I was doing that. That's how I did all
You
the
can do x
problems.
equals.
So try x equals 7. Let's double check the maximum.
7.
X equals 7.
It seems like it works. Go up.
Okay, get good at computers.
Maybe you guys.
7.5.
So negative x squared plus 14x minus 24.
Oh, you can just move the line on a slider? That's sweet.
Yeah, Desmos is pretty awesome. Like I said, if they would have hired me, I'd be gone.
To be a Desmos person?
Yeah, I applied for 2 different jobs.
No, can you
One
go
was in
down?
California, one was here.
When was it Ohio?
Can you go
Well,
down?
one was remote. Like
You got
you
stuck
would
with
go
the
to other
client.
schools and help them. Like
Oh, 2
learn.
different Desmos jobs.
Obviously.
I thought you meant 2 different jobs. Like, it was either teaching or Desmos.
Oh no! I mean, I love teaching. Every day
Yeah,
I
doesn't
think
he
I'm
say
very
he loves
lucky.
us
but-
like we have the best class in the whole world, not math, aid, or anybody else? Okay.
I mean, I am recording, so be careful.
I don't think that's true. I think he probably says that to all
That's
of us.
fair. But he don't,
No.
he don't say it a lot to
All my
math.
classes are not as fun to teach as you guys, because this
Math is-
math is just fun. You know, like the other students are great students, but this math is super fun to like discovery learn.
Discovery Day.
So
Oh, shoot, we got Discovery Days.
that's everything from today's lesson. So Jake,
We should watch the
Does-
movie.
does whatever you were struggling with yesterday now make a little bit more sense? Since you said you tried to start this homework and you got confused.
Yeah, I get it. I just forgot how to set up the equations for the problem.
Yeah, there we go. So the more we practice, the more comfortable this gets. So I'm going to stop my recording and we're going to watch OK Go.